64-bit legends. Welcome.
Legend of the game, like GoldenEye, I'm more than right.
Yeah.
In the perfect dark is dreams that seem to come to light. 64-bit, the shit, it's as real as it
Yeah.
gets. We can
Yeah.
talk sports, games, and music, take your pick. Point with the news, pull up and crack a brew. Smoke one with the crew,
Smoke.
tune in and take a view.
Watch.
We here to raise the bar from the lowest mark. Sit your ass down and listen, it's time for the show to start.
Show to start.
Welcome to the Love Shack, baby Love Shack. Another episode of the 64-bit Legends St. Valentine's Day
Special massacre. It's gonna be deadly. There's gonna be there's gonna be bloodshed in the streets today, if unlike any other.
Yeah, man.
Or
I forgot to
Love.
listen to 50 Cent today.
50 Cent.
Yeah, he's got the St. Valentine's Day Massacre album.
Oh yeah. That's right. The massacre. Yeah.
And it was the debut of Big Show at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view.
Oh, I thought it was like the debut of Big Show, like on that album.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
maybe he got like.
No,
Big
he
Show as
doesn't
a
rap.
guest. Oh, all right.
He's not like, I'm the Big Show. Feel my fist. Come into the ring and I look pissed.
He does. He looks very pissed, or he cries.
Yeah.
In a diaper.
In a diaper.
I swear to God, when they put him in that diaper for Baby New Year, he was on some sort of punishment. Vince was
he
pissed
probably
about
loved
something.
it.
I would hope so, but I don't know. He seems to have more pride than that.
But it is Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah, we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I am Bobby Caboose. As always, looking for the hot tag is my man, Melvin
hottest-
Troy.
hottest
And
of tags.
it's Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Love is in the air.
It is in the air. I felt it as soon as I woke up today. I didn't leave the house.
Cupid
just-
shot its arrow, and I dodged it.
Yeah, I completely died. I didn't even go outside. I'm like, nope. Cupid's arrow and COVID-19. I'm staying away from it.
Nope. Yep.
But no, I you know what? This one actually snuck up on me. Like I didn't even remember until
Yesterday.
last night.
Yeah, because I told you.
Yeah, we were at a dinner at a restaurant. First
Yeah.
time I've been to sitting down at a restaurant
Yep.
in months.
The world famous Applebee's.
Oh God, was it world famous? That was probably I remember now why I don't go there. It's wasn't that good. It was like, dude, the sides came in a sauce container. You know the
It's
little
souffle cup.
Is that what those
Yeah,
are called?
they're called souffle cups.
Yeah, but they put like barbecue sauce in it
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Like that's what a side comes. That's not a side. That's like a sample.
I mean, that's all the coleslaw you need.
you get free. They put free samples in the mall. In that, like, I was very upset. I was very disappointed that was my first.
My margarita
foray.
was good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forgot you bought one of those. Was it? Did they?
Margarita.
Did they put enough alcohol in it, or did they get a little stingy?
I mean, I could taste a little bit tequila. Like it's not like people we know that would be pouring it somewhere at a different establishment.
Gotcha.
So I mean,
True.
it was for a chain. It was okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Then and then go to the bar afterwards.
Yep.
And then they last call us at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because COVID gets dangerous after 10.
It does, dude. Does it? It starts roaming the streets.
Yeah.
It'll fucking shake you down
It like
for any
crop
money
dusts
you
you.
have. Yeah.
Like you can see it, and you're like, "Oh man, I just got a whiff of COVID." Jesus Christ!
COVID like pulls you into an alley, beats the shit out of you, takes your shoes.
He's like one of those dudes like twirling a fucking pocket knife.
Yeah. Flipping a coin, like, hey, what you going on?
Hey,
Why don't you buy one of my watches?
Come
And then
here.
He beats you up. I don't know why he has watches.
come here, little mama. Flipping the coin.
Yeah, he looks like Michael Jackson and Beat It. And he stabs you. Like those are the COVID deaths.
Yeah.
Are like whenever you get stabbed.
That's why you
That's
lose.
it.
That's why you lose your sense of taste.
Yeah, they cut your tongue out. Like, what the fuck? They didn't want me to rat.
Oh. They didn't want me to rat.
Yeah.
Who gave you COVID? I won't tell.
I won't tell. No.
Oh boy.
But no, it was nice to get out amongst the real people.
Civilization.
Yeah, outside of just the online world.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time online over the last year, and I do remember now, like, oh yeah, it is interesting to go out to a packed bar.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
been
It
to that
was pretty.
forever.
It was pretty busy yesterday.
Yeah, Yeah, especially the one we went to
Yeah.
is normally dead all the
Yeah.
time. But the fact that there's like a time limit, everybody's like, I gotta get it in now.
I gotta get my fix.
Yep. I gotta get my people fixed. I gotta get my booze, and we
Yep.
gotta keep this party going. But no, that was it was fun. And then on top of that, then I wake up and I was like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Like, I don't have a Valentine this year. I'm solo. You know who is my Valentine? All of you.
I was gonna say Mother Nature. I don't know.
All of you out there. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart.
That's fucking weird.
I'm gonna send you a personal. I'm gonna find where you live. Everybody watching this, I'll find where you live. I'm gonna mail you something.
You should mail them like like in elementary school when you got like the Valentine's Day cards.
Dude, I was actually
Get some WWE ones.
looking at it was like CVS, I want to say, and I was looking for those. I couldn't find them.
Really?
I was gonna, as a goof, because I had, and maybe it's because it was like 3 days ago, but because I had forgotten it. The 14th was so close. But that's what I was gonna do, is I was gonna fill them out and give them to everybody I know as a goof, and then like on stream, like if someone were to win a prize, I would include that in their little.
So, do you think we're the first generation that had to like give Valentine's Day cards to the whole class?
I think we're one of them. We're one of the first, because we had to be toward the beginning. Because I know before, if you watch like old like 80s shows,
Yeah, like the hot girl will get a bunch.
Yeah.
and then
everyone else gets nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, because I remember that was the thing. You had to give it to everybody in class. So there wasn't any, and I remember that in school, like there really wasn't any ability unless you just manned up or womaned up
Yeah.
in some cases, and went to the person you were interested in and just said, hey,
Right.
will you go out with me? Which meant maybe we'll hold hands, maybe we'll go to a movie once.
yeah. Maybe we'll talk at recess.
Yeah. But or maybe I'll drive by your house on my bike once in the summertime, and then we'll be like, oh, we broke up. It's 6th grade. We broke up.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's complicated.
yeah. I'm playing the field. I'm playing it. There's like a big field.
Play in the field.
I used to think that playing the field meant like I just want to play in the field. Like I just like I don't want to deal with girls. I just want to go outside and play. And I was like, I get that. I'm playing the field all the time.
Play in the field.
I play in the field by myself.
Play in the
I'll play
field.
in a sand.
Play in the field. Play in the field.
Um,
Grass in the field. Play ball.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
That's an old trope as well.
Yeah.
I think our generation was the last of that as well. That went. That's nowadays that'll get you
Me
sent to
too.
prison.
Yeah. That too. Oh man.
But no, I remember a few times growing up. I always remember like my failed attempts at like asking.
At love.
Yeah, the failed attempt. Well, failed attempts at love always haunt me in the middle of the night anyway. That goes into my adulthood. But but as like a kid, when you're trying to like learn it,
Yeah.
like I'll never forget. There was one. It was in 6th grade, and this was after Valentine's Day was over. I should have
Yeah.
mid my move then. I thought about it too long. It was like April when I finally made the move.
You're like, by the way, here's some dead flowers I got you 2 months ago.
Well, I didn't do that. So here's what I did. I went. It was like maybe it wasn't April. Maybe it was like March. I wrote like a letter. It was a girl. It was one of those girls like everybody was into.
Yeah.
And just because of that, I thought I had to be into. Like looking
Right.
back, I was like, she wasn't like attractive. I didn't even know what attractive was at 10.
Yeah. I
Like-
could tell you a name off stream.
Yeah.
About a girl in 8th grade that like for some reason for like 2 months she was like the hottest. She wasn't even
Yeah.
hot, but every dude wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
Probably because she like put out or something.
Oh, maybe.
But I mean, it was 8th grade, so that's
Yeah.
a little early. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, maybe she was just a makeout slut or a head slut or something.
Well, it might have been that. I remember it wasn't even like I didn't even know. Like I knew what sex was, but I mean, it didn't even enter in as a possibility
Right.
until almost high school. Like it was
Right.
like junior high is when you finally started to kind of like, oh wait a minute, you hear rumors like
Mm-hmm.
so and so actually did something. I was like, what? That's happening? And so then you're like, then you get that fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what this was. But it was like in the 6th grade, I wrote like a loose leaf paper. I wrote like a whole page of stuff, and it was just like, it was like, I don't remember verbatim, but I remember I loaded it full of lines from movies. I'll never forget. Like, I knew I wanted. There's a movie with Jack Nicholson called As Good as It Gets, and the big line from that was he says to Helen Hunt that she makes him want to be a better man. So I was like, I need to put that in there. So I wrote this whole thing trying to fit that in, and then there was a couple other things.
It's just like all movie quotes. It's like, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit like that. But remember, that was the heavy like piece of it. And I remember I wasn't brave enough just to give it to her, so I put it in her desk.
I did that too.
But here's the thing.
You didn't put your name.
No, I
Oh,
put
okay.
my name. I signed it,
All right.
everything. I was just like, whatever. Put it in her desk. 2 months go up by. It got pushed back. Because you remember those
Yeah.
old desks. It was just a slot, and you just keep ramming
Yep.
shit in there. So at the end of the year, you have to clean out your desks.
Mhm.
She cleans out her desk. Everybody's just talking and having a good time because school's done.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in school, but yeah, it's like clean your desk day. And then you go to have an extra recess and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So she cleaned her desk. Everybody's joking, joshing, having a good time. And she finds it.
So does she read it out loud?
Yes, she does.
All right.
Yes, she does. And I
That's
was
not
like,
too
oh my
embarrassing.
God. Oh, it was extremely embarrassing. And then so I remember like I threw rocks at her on recess.
So you Helga Pataki her.
Kind of. I was
All right.
like, because I was a little hurt, but at the same time, I didn't want to look weak.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
You got to assert your dominance. You got to show who owns the thoroughfare, you know
But
what I mean?
okay, so kind of go with your story. We used to, did you switch classes like as far as in 6th grade? Did you like
Yeah.
do like the 3 like to get used to having different teachers and moving classrooms? So we did that, and I had a crush on a girl that was in a different class, so I'd always sit at her desk. Like I would always find her desk to sit at, and we had the little agenda thing.
Yeah.
So I ripped off a corner of the agenda, and I was like, "Dear, so and so, I like you."
Ooh.
Like Bobby, and then I put it like right there, and she never said anything. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess.
No, just never even addressed it.
No,
Wow. So that would have been nice. That would have been nice if you would have looked at it and just tucked it away.
yeah.
But
I mean, as far as I know, she didn't. She never addressed me, so maybe
Yeah.
she was making fun of me, like
on the
yeah,
side.
yeah, or
Yeah.
in her class because she was in a different class.
Yeah, I remember around the same time. I don't know if it was the same year or a year later. I was like, there was a girl I was interested in. It was one of those things where we're having to like work on a project together,
Mhm.
and so you needed to get together. It was like 4 of us in a group, but it was like I would make sure to contact her.
Yeah.
because I wanted to go to her house, and I remember having to like leave because it was there's no cell phones back
Right.
then. It was just a house phone, so you had to call and ask if she was available,
Mhm.
or if they don't answer, you have to leave a message. And I remember I wasn't planning on. I was prepping for the parent to answer the phone, or
Yeah.
if she answers the phone, answering machine picks up. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, hey, I'm calling about the project. Call me back, I guess. Didn't say who I was. Didn't say my number. Didn't say, and I called like twice.
So how did you get her phone number? Did you ask her for her phone
We
number?
all had to exchange phone numbers.
Okay.
That was part of the thing.
So I, in junior high, I looked the girl's number up in the phone book
Oh, really?
and called her and was like, "Hey, this is Bobby." And then we talked for like 10 minutes, and like it was literally like, "So, what are you doing?" And then nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Oh, is that your dog in the background? Yeah. What's its name? Butch. Like that was it. And I was like, "Well, see you tomorrow at school."
I remember that would be. I didn't do that. I never looked anyone up in the phone book.
I did a couple in junior high. I did a couple.
There was actually. I remember in like the 5th grade. It was at the end of the year, and I don't know what the girls were doing back then, but they were all in this thing of like asking guys. I guess the idea must have sparked. So everybody
Girl
was like,
power, Spice Girls, man.
yeah, it was. This was 98 or
Do
so.
you think you are?
That's a good song. So I remember there was a girl.
They're all about 2 becoming 1.
Yeah, and she asked me out, and I was like, "Oh my God, yes." And she lived. You know who she is, but she lived in our neighborhood. Like, there's my neighborhood.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, she lived like on my side before like the rich side,
Mm-hmm.
and I would
Last name starts with a vowel. Or
No.
did?
Starts with? No.
Okay, never mind.
It's a consonant. She's married now.
Alright.
I don't know. Anyway, I'll tell you later.
All right.
Anyway, so I would ride my bike around, and I knew where she lived, and I was like, but I didn't go to her door. So I was like, wait, I thought we were going out. Like, what are we supposed to be doing? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So I would just ride my bike around the block and pass her house, like, all day, and just wait for her to be outside. She wasn't.
She was probably watching the entire, like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I did it for like a week because I figured I was like, then it'd be natural, right? I'm
Right.
riding my bike. I'm like, hey, what are you doing over here? You're playing fucking
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. I like hopscotch. They added more hops to the mix. That's
I heard hello, Mindy. I heard they recently added more hops to the hopscotch game.
yeah. That's what it was all about. So, it went on for a week and then nothing happened, and then fucking.
And how old are you? Sixth
I
grade?
was like between 5th and 6th grade.
See, I didn't date anyone in 5th, or like, I mean, we had the same kind of stuff. Like, you would date someone for like a week, but I never did
Yeah.
because I thought it was stupid. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
you can't fucking go on a date. But like I said, I did put the note in the girl's desk.
Yeah.
And I was telling you before we started streaming, the first time I gave a girl a gift was that same girl, 6th grade. And I'm not sure if it was Valentine's Day or Christmas. I think it was Christmas because I think we had a long break, and I was like, all right, well, at least if I give it to her and she doesn't like it, at least I don't have to see her for 2 weeks. So my mom picked out like a little necklace thing for her. I don't know if my mom already had it or like I don't know. I don't know how she got it. Whatever.
Yeah.
She got me one. So she wrapped it up nice, and I was so nervous like the whole day. And I didn't want to give it to her like during school. So I waited like after school. Like I made sure I saw, because she lived on the other side of the main road that my elementary school is on.
Yeah.
And so I would walk the other way. So I purposely waited for her, saw her, caught up to her, and I was like, hey. And she turned around, and I was like, Merry Christmas, and handed it to her. And then I like just like McLovin, I just like, bye, and just took off. I told her what time it was,
Yeah, that I remember there was one in junior high. I was so taken aback by this because I didn't think girls were into me at all or whatever. I'll never forget, I was on the bus. There was a girl that rode my bus, and I remember it was Valentine's Day, and we would talk or whatever, kind of friendly, and she gave me. I remember I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Didn't think it, but I was just friendly with a girl on a bus, which, whatever. She gives me a card on Valentine's Day, and I was like, oh shit, she actually likes me like that, like not as just a friend. Like
likes you.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I do? And then she gives it to me as I'm getting off at my stop to go home. So then I was tortured with this all day. I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? So then I walk myself up to the Rite Aid over on fucking the main intersection there. And I go and I pick her up like a fucking, what are those, like a Whitman sampler? And so I bring it in so I was like, the next day, I'll give it to her. She didn't show up the next day. So then I had it. And then 2 days went by.
You just start eating it.
And then I was like, well, I can't give it to her now. I waited too long.
Right.
So then I didn't give it to her. I was like, whatever. I guess that's the end of that. And then there was that one. And then there was like a year or so, maybe the same year. I remember I was like in homeroom, and this girl like handed me a note. Like sometimes I'd see a guy get like a note from a girl, and I was like, oh man, I wonder what it says. It's like, how come I don't get notes? I don't get any notes.
It probably said like, "Are you a robot?" or something really stupid.
No. It actually said. It actually was very complimentary. It's like, hey, you're cute, blah blah blah, and had some complimentary time. I'm bored. I'm just figuring I'd write you a note, blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, but again, it was like I didn't know what I froze. So then homeroom ended. I had to go to another class. So then I was like, oh, I got to write one back. So I think about it all day, and I'm like trying to figure out like, what do I write back? So I write this thing, and I it's nothing romantic, but I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And be like, you're cute too. Like, what's going on? You know?
What up, girl?
Yeah, what's happening? So I give it to her, and she goes, oh, thanks. No return note after that. Nothing. Just cut off completely. And I was like, God damn it. What did I do?
Your note game was not strong.
No, apparently not. It was the worst. So, there was that one. And then there was the same year. I remember there was a girl that I was interested in. So I talked to this other girl. I was like, hey, you ride her bus, don't you? She said, yeah. I was like, listen, tell her that I like her and see what she says. Or just like throw it out there, like softball it, you know. So she said, okay. And then she was in my homeroom, same homeroom. And I was on a roll this year. I was just fucking like.
What grade was this?
This is 7th grade?
Okay.
7th, maybe 7th or 8th grade, I think.
Well, it had to
can't
be
remember.
junior high. We didn't have homeroom in
Right.
high school.
Actually, no, it would have been 8th grade. It was
Okay.
8th grade. So, so then I go in, and I'm like, oh, she's in this class, so I'll get, you know, maybe she didn't know who I was, so then she'll see. So I walk in, and she looks at me, and she goes, oh, hell no. And I was like, what? She was like, and she just buried her fucking face in her hands.
Jesus.
I was like, wow. And if I told you who it was, you'd be like, why the fuck?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is she so picky?
So yeah, you're gonna have to tell me this after this stream.
Yeah.
But in elementary school, like same kind of thing. I was like, obviously I was interested in girls, but like I was more interested in fucking around with my friends at recess and stuff and playing football and doing that. So there was a girl that I'll tell you at the stream because you know her. Mm-hmm. She had a crush on me, and she was like in love with me from like first grade until someone we know dated her.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So, and I didn't want anything to do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have the rink parties.
Yeah.
You go to the skating rink, once a month or whatever. And her and her friend, who you also know, wanted to skate with me and Moose. People know Moose. He's been on a couple of episodes of the podcast. Well, they wanted to skate with us. So me and Moose look at each other and we're like, dude, I don't want to skate with them. So we started playing imaginary football. With our skates on. Like, we would just throw each other passes and just skate away from them. Hey, because I couldn't skate backwards. So, a lot, the couples did the skate backwards, two-handed thing. I couldn't do that. And I didn't want to fucking hold this chick's hand because, I didn't like her.
Right.
So we just skated really fast and played imaginary football to avoid these two girls. So, yeah. So fast forward to 8th grade, because that was probably 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
In 8th grade, my first official girlfriend, I dated her for 2 weeks, right? Mm. And, we would always flirt in class and whatever. And then as soon as we started dating, we didn't talk.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
It puts a weird pressure on it.
And I was on the football team at the time. Mm-hmm. And I remember, because it made me feel weird when I go in, the locker room to change for practice. And one of the guys, or actually one or two of the guys were like, hey, I heard you're dating so-and-so. Mm-hmm. And I go, yeah. And they said, she's got a fat ass. And I'm like, oh, yeah, she does. And I took it as they were making fun of me for dating her. So I was like, all right, this is probably gotta end. Yeah. So I talked to her on the phone a couple of times. And then 2 weeks later, we never officially broke up. Mm-hmm. We just... stopped talking to each other. I stopped talking to her. And her friend, when we were dating, she was like, oh yeah, you should see your science book. Because remember we had to put covers on our books. Yeah. And it said I heart and then 4 asterisks. Okay. Or 5 asterisks for my name. Mm-hmm. And it was all over her book. Oh, so wow. It was just I heart 5 asterisks. I heart 5 asterisks, all over.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, man, I felt sweet until other people knew I was dating her.
That's always been something of mine. I actually was talking about this on one of my streams last week where, one of my things that I always am hesitant about is, when a girl is interested in me, I always got to, run it through my, a mental gauntlet of, all right, is this gonna look bad on me?
Right.
Is there something about her that I gotta be careful about? Is there something if I bring her around, all of a sudden I didn't realize, or maybe I do, but I overlook it, like, I don't know, she's got like a horn on her head or something.
Yeah,
You know
or
what I
like
mean? Like
Tourette's or something.
Yeah. And I know you shouldn't think that way. And I should have grown out of that. But it's still in there. It's still like implanted.
I kind of do the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, like, you know, I go, I analyze in my head, like, okay, if I start dating this chick, are my friends gonna like her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I bring her around everyone? Is my family's probably gonna like her, but like my
Yeah.
friends more or so, or is she gonna get along with my friends? Is she gonna like my friends? So like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, like, you know,
No, that is something that like haunts me.
or is she gonna steal my friends away from me? I don't know.
There's that too. You never know. Or they cause a lot of drama
Yeah.
or whatever. I remember actually, okay, so going into like I remember the different ways Valentine's Day would come up. I always dreaded it because there was a lot of pressure.
Right.
In elementary school, it kind of sucked because it was like, oh boy, you got to find some. Then junior high was a little bit more amplified.
Yep.
High school, even more so because now people are having sex. You know, you're hearing about it. People are doing it, and you're just like, so now you not only feel like you're unwanted, but you also can't get laid either. You're like, God damn it, I can't figure this thing out. And then you go into college, and all that stuff goes away.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker: go through college, whatever. Years later, in my mid-20s, I'm working at a very large financial company, and they do this thing for Valentine's Day. It's like a charity, so you buy. I think they were like lollipops or something like that.
Yeah, like the suckers, the lip suckers or something.
Yeah, they would buy
they
these
did that in high
suckers,
school.
and you give them out
Yeah.
for like $5 a piece, but it goes to like a charity.
Yeah.
So, but you pick who you like.
Yeah.
And I, as an adult, finally, I felt loved. I ended up with a shit ton of those things. I fucking felt so good.
From all the black chicks that you worked with.
Maybe there could have been.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with
could have
that.
been some dudes in there too,
Yeah. There-
and some fucking, I think my boss gave me one because he thought I was gonna quit.
But yeah, those, in high school, they had those suckers too. You get the suckers, or
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a single rose or something you could give to people,
Yeah,
And-
yeah. I think.
and you could do it like a secret admirer type thing, or
Yeah.
you could sign your name.
Yeah, I remember I gave a couple out like without my name on it to some people, and then yeah, I think the year after that when I was working there, they did like a rose thing.
Yeah.
Again, it's a charity thing, but it caused oh my god, the drama did it cause? I don't know why. When you're dealing with people that in some cases, depending on the position you're in, you're dealing with millions of dollars.
Right.
But you're distracted because of the drama over so-and-so didn't give me a fucking lollipop. I remember
It's like Mean Girls, dude.
it was. Well,
Oh,
then-
you go, Glenn Coco. Nothing for Gretchen Wieners.
That's exactly what it was like. And then I started putting on weight, and then every year I got less and less. And I was like, why does no one like me now?
Fat people need love too, Craig.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is nobody loving me now? And then I'm finally, I was able to lose it. I almost want to go back to work there just so I can get more suckers and be like, listen, I feel validated. But it was, dude, I told you, I mean, that place was like, working there was like high school
Yeah.
and college combined. Like it was so ridiculous. And it's people of all ages. I mean, most people are in their 20s,
Right.
30s. You're always like somebody's fucking someone else, and it's so like looking back at that was the last time I ever really worried about Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That was it. After that, I was like, you leave that, you go get other jobs, and you're like, who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who cares? I'm not handing off these gifts to people I work, because then it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Usually on Valentine's Day, like I'll give like flowers to the girl that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like even if we're not dating, I'll give flowers to her just to make her feel special.
Sure.
But because there's only been, I think I've only dated out of all the girls that I've dated, I think I've only dated maybe 3 girls during Valentine's. One was
Okay.
for 3 years, so it was 3 Valentine's days. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just happens to be not in that time of year.
Yeah, same here. I don't think I've ever really dated anyone around Valentine's Day. It's always been, I've always met girls in the summer.
Yeah.
In the summer is usually when I meet, and I think that may be the problem because I know there's ebbs and flows of like what women look for.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the time of the year, they always want to settle down, kind of in the fall.
Yep.
You know, it's cuffing season, and then all of a sudden they ride that out until the spring, and then all of a sudden they want to be more free again. And I always catch them in the free when they're like.
Because I'll meet a lot of girls, say like St. Patrick's Day. Like I've met
Yes.
a bunch of girls on St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day,
Yep.
and you know, same thing. Like you kind of date there in the summer, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't like fucking cider and apples, and you know, pumpkin patches. So go fuck yourself. I'm gonna be single
Yeah.
at Halloween.
Yeah, this is not someone I really want to get super serious
Right.
with. We were
Super
having
cereal.
we were having a lot of fun, partying it up in the summertime, going to the beach,
Yeah.
going and fucking
Just pull an LFO, man. Summer girls.
Yeah. And then you just play the field.
Yeah.
Play in the snow fields.
You go back to Abercrombie and Fitch and find some more chicks.
Yeah, steal my sunshine.
That's Len.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, I got them confused. Same thing. It came around the same time. They were both hits. Same year.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a good song.
Steal my sunshine. Oh man.
But yeah, that's I don't know. I wanted to get back out into dating again. This is something I was talking about. I don't know how these conversations come up when I'm streaming. I was playing fucking Sonic Adventure.
With mostly guys watching. Who knows?
No, there's a couple girls. There's some girls.
There's
in there.
some girls.
But I was playing Sonic Adventures. Somehow this came up where I was talking about. I think someone mentioned that they were meeting up with someone, and I'm like, dude, now you must be from a state, first of all, that isn't locked down.
Yeah.
You know, so because I'm like, I don't fucking know where to go. Like,
Right.
I'd have to go and travel, and like I'm open to doing that, but not now. I got too much shit to do.
Right.
But like, you know, it was like 6 months. I was doing okay 6 months, I think, before lockdown. I was still kind of, you know, had a bit of a social life.
Yeah.
I'd have girls that would be interested now and again or whatever. And then all of a sudden, it was at 6 months before lockdown. It was around the holidays, so it's like, whatever. I'll get back to business
Yeah.
once that's over. And then coronavirus hits, and then for the next year, for a year and a half, I've been a cold fish to me.
Yeah.
Like not even talking to a girl that has somewhat of any, like, in person
Right.
that's got any sort of interest. Because you know that you get that vibe. You get that fun vibe when you're with someone, you're hanging out with a group of people or just a couple people or whatever, and you know that one of the people in there are interested in you,
Right.
and you have some sort of interest in that, and there's like this weird
Yeah.
little
Like flirty.
Yeah.
You know, let me push you.
Yeah.
Let me, like, you know, what's up, pal?
Like-
or, you know, touching and feeling and
and you could do that online, I guess, but it's just not the same because you
Yeah.
get distracted, you get busy,
right.
you know. Like, not to say that I haven't talked to anybody at all.
I'm only, you got that OnlyFans.
Yeah, see, I got that at least as a surplus, you know, to come in. But, you know, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And so that's what I'm really looking forward to now that I'm able to go to like a restaurant. I'd really like it, you know, the bars will be open a little bit later, but you know, I'm looking forward to this spring summer. I am going out. I'm doing shit. Fucking I don't give a fuck. I'll pay an exorbitant amount to go to a concert. I don't care if they only let half in. I want to go do that. I just want to be around people.
Right.
And
No, it's a good feeling texting someone like
yeah.
on and off all day. Like I love that feeling.
Yeah, it could be. I'm bad at texting. I'm terrible at texting.
See, I'm fine with it, but like I just like the constant conversation that you can kind of have. That it
True.
really never ends.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. My problem is I get super focused in things. So when someone texts me, if I see it, I'll look at it and be like, I can't even. I don't have the space in my head to address or to respond to you.
See,
I'll respond to you later.
That's how
and
I feel when I
forget.
take some butter. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say right now because I'm
Yes.
overthinking.
Yeah.
And you know, I might not be in the right mind state
Yeah, that's
or mindset.
that's me 24/7. Yeah, when you're high is what I am all the time. I get an idea in my head and I gotta go for it, and then if anything interrupts that, I gotta like. It's just like I don't know. My brain, the way my brain works, so I focus on one thing, and then I can't have anything interrupt that.
Yeah.
Because if it interrupts it, I can't get back into it again. I don't know if it's an ADD thing or maybe I'm autistic. I don't know.
Maybe you need some of those Indian pills.
No, those things. That's modafinil. That shit it takes that to another level, to where you can't interrupt it. So if you talk to me,
You cyborg.
and I'm busy with something, you're not penetrating that.
Cog Davis.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Speaking of Cog Davis,
Yeah, actually, today's episode is brought to us by. Last week's it was the 64-bit Legends Royal Rumble.
Yes.
This week with the St. Valentine's Day. Why do I keep saying St. Valentine? Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
yeah,
It is brought to us by the 64 Bits of Love.
yes,
The hottest new game show out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spin-off of The Flavor of Love, The Rock of Love, I Love New York, I Love Money. We have 28 contestants,
a lot.
including Phil Pryback,
yes.
Scott Gorge,
Scott Gorge, the fat
Daryl
boy fat.
Finnegan. Let me think. Who was today?
Today was it was Wally
Schibble.
Wally Schibble.
Terry Lou Krecken.
Kreckler.
Kreckler?
Terry Lou Kreckler. Missing an eye, I think.
Yeah.
His left eye.
What's his name? Barry Ruth Christensen.
Barry Ruth Crestis Sleepy Boy is what
Yeah.
they call him. And well, wait, there's more. Wait. Oh, Jeff Wrestler
Jeff
came back?
Wrestler. Jeff Love.
Oh, Jeff Love. That's right.
Jeff Love.
AKA Wrestler. And then we had
Alan Fern.
Alan Fern. Oh, and let's not forget Vic Murphy.
Yeah, Vic Murphy.
Vic Murphy came in and tore it up.
Man.
Something about actually Alan Fern. Let's touch about that for a second. So he went up. Was it yesterday? Day before Friday. Friday. He goes to TikTok. We put these on TikTok,
Instagram,
Twitter, everything.
It's not on Facebook because I can't post
No
the
one-
videos from my phone.
Yeah, Facebook. Nobody uses Facebook.
So-
If somebody out there, if you guys actually use Facebook, let us know, and maybe we'll be active on it. I mean, there is a Facebook page.
Yeah.
but
I
it's
mean,
just-
I put the episodes on there.
do you?
I put like what the breakdown of the episodes.
Okay, but anyway, so the shoot, what was I gonna say? See, this is what I mean. I was on
Alan Fern,
Oh,
Friday
Alan Fern.
TikTok.
So we go to TikTok. Alan Fern, if you looked like he was, he's holding a machete. He keeps himself safe.
Yeah.
He's all about self-defense.
He's got a mask on.
He's got a mask.
Everyone has to wear a mask. Mask up, Michigan. Come
Yep,
on now.
Exactly. And his is pretty big.
Yeah.
Covers the whole face.
Yep.
And
Probably has a cousin, maybe related to a Voorhees. I don't know.
yeah. And he gets taken down for community guidelines, breaking community guidelines for violence. Now, I listened to what he was saying. He sounded like a gentle soul, just looking for love, just trying to get a piece
Yeah.
for himself to fill his heart.
Yep. A little cut off the old block.
But this is a bigger overarching issue because I don't know if we talked about this. I don't think we did because this happened since last episode. So I've been posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just make sure to follow me, Melvin Troy, on Instagram. When I'm streaming and things like that, or the merch store, melvintroyshop.com. So I put up a promo little flyer I put together late at night, like 3 a.m, just fucking around. And I was like, you know what? I like this so much. I'm going to put a little ad spend on it. So you can just take an Instagram post,
Yeah.
and then I was going to put like $30 over the course of like a week. It'll put like, $6 a day
Yeah.
on it and try to hit a targeted audience. And it comes back saying it broke their guidelines for, it was like multi-level marketing, get-rich-quick schemes. And all it said on there was, for an easy sum of $64,000, you can generate your own wealth by buying in bulk the newest merch drop, the King of Hearts, that's available
Yeah.
right now. And yeah, they said that. So I understand now when people are saying that big tech censorship is looming over us, because twice now we've been silenced.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stand for it.
No.
I'm not.
Our voices need to be heard.
They do
We
need to
are
be
the
heard.
voice of the voiceless. Alan Fern must be heard.
Yes. So, but you know what? He is on Instagram, and see that seems to be our best home
Yeah.
for now until they.
Oh, Varsity Stew.
Oh, Varsity Stu Scott, that's right. He
Yeah.
took off.
Varsity Stew Mueller.
Varsity Stu Mueller, he went viral
Yeah.
on TikTok. He was a TikTok sensation, and it was Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. So, I mean, yeah, I can't wait to see. We got some more in the can here, ready to go up
Yeah.
over the next few days. Yeah, we'll be able to do a nice special episode on that. And then tomorrow, Monday,
Monday.
you actually, when you listen to this,
It'll be
You-
the
it-
day.
it'll be the day of, or you may even be listening afterwards because we're going to do a stream anyway.
Anyway, Mondays we do streams.
Yeah, we do streams on Mondays. We're-
It's uncooked Mondays right now.
Yes.
Or Mondays uncooked.
Mondays uncooked. Yes.
Mondays uncooked with us two and Sam WO.
Yep.
We have all of our wrestlers in
Mm-hmm.
the 64-bit universe
Yep.
battling it out
Yep.
every week until our big pay-per-view.
Yes. What was it called again?
I don't know, Cockamania.
Yeah, Cockamania, 64-bit mania,
64-bit Mania.
something like that. I know we got to get the Fife Dog in there. He has
Yep.
been barking about
Oh,
this
my
for a
God.
while. He's
the Fife Dog.
Here's the thing. I went through his entire move list. It's probably going to take us 3 hours to make him.
I'm not doing his move list. All right? He's going to probably be Sugarfoot like the rest of them.
I forgot about that.
So don't get your hopes up, Fife Dog, if you're listening.
Oh man. But yeah, I think that
I think that wraps it up.
that does wrap it up.
So everyone out there that is in love or looking for love, have a happy St. Valentine's Day. I keep saying Saint. Why do I keep saying
Because
Saint?
it's a holy day.
It is a holy day. It is Sunday Fun Day.
Mm-hmm.
But until next time, aw, people at home, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your 64-bit legends and feel the power.